We're live.
Hi everyone, we are Paranormal Investigations crew. We are at Havelock Towers in Sunderland, doing a paid event tonight. We are just about to go on a live walk around with the caretaker guy, and he's going to give us some history, so let's go.
Yeah, but we're going to start the walk around downstairs.
I'm going to start this side.
Yeah. And let's do it all venue.
Just no, it's going to give us a jump scare. Somewhere.
I think yours is going to get hit with a torch.
Do you take a torch with them?
Who's in the gents?
I've been in the gents. Hi everyone that's joining us. Hold on, spin the camera around. Hi everyone, Phil here. Live from Havelock Towers. Havelock.
Havelock.
Doing a live walk round, and the curator Vince is going to give us some history.
So, Havelock Towers, now at the Millfield Community Centre, the old part, which was the original Havelock Towers, was built in 1884. It was part of the orphanage and workhouse that was based where the hospital is now. This was the overspill, so where the worst behaved kids were put, the mentally ill, criminals. They were put here to be forgotten about or to be kept out of the way. In the First World War, the government took control of the building, the Ministry of Defence took control of the building and turned it into a hospital for soldiers injured in the trenches. They would be brought back here to recuperate or to pass away. When the war ended, we had the outbreak of Spanish flu, we had cholera epidemic, we had tuberculosis, loads and loads of respiratory diseases that you did not recover from, you did die. Did anyone else just hear that upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi Sarah.
So yeah, that was in the 20s, 30s, early 40s. 1945, it became a home for pregnant teenagers who were unmarried. None of them would have been checked in under their actual names.
Is it not a bit number?
There shouldn't be. There shouldn't be. And then 1965, this new park was built on what was the land attached to the building, and it became effectively Millfield Community Centre. Sunderland's largest community centre, the only community centre with a sprung dance floor, which sadly has had to be covered over with a solid floor due to a flood down in Springs. But it is literally massive, and every single part of this building has a very different feel. So, first thing what you do is just experience how it feels in here before we step into the old part. So bear in mind how this feels. How it's light, it's welcoming.
Can't figure it out, I have to stop it.
Yep.
Boss lady's watching.
Oppressive, it's depressing, it's dark, it's dreary. This would have originally been a sitting room where the kids would have been allowed to spend maybe 30 minutes to an hour a day enjoying themselves and being children, before they were then forced to either go and pray or go and work or to go and be locked in their rooms. We've got a lift now, that wasn't part of the original building obviously, that is on a voice prompt. So the doors open, it tells you the doors are open and the doors are closing. But we've had that open without that voice prompt numerous times. I've been assured by the lift engineer that's not possible. And we're moving to the corridor here. And we're moving
Yeah, walk around.
to we walk around that part.
Walk around the middle of it. Walk around. Eric's going to do that.
So we used to have a stain that kept on reoccurring there. Council would come out and deep clean the carpets every couple of months. Then it would get dirty again. This stain would come back, this damp stain of some kind. You can see there's no sign of water damage. So eventually the council got bored with coming out and cleaning it, so they said, right, we'll rip up the carpets, we'll concrete over the floor.
Ghost Tubes just said to your left.
Oh, wow. I've just been looking up there.
Yeah. And the Ghost Tubes just said to your left.
Nice. So they ripped up the carpets to find that this had already been cemented over. that stain couldn't have been coming through the cement, so what was causing it? But if you bang your foot that's solid,
Oh, Jesus. Christ. Excuse my language.
Sorry, Facebook.
so yeah, the story we've heard is that there was a young boy who was so badly behaved that when he was sent here, the priest who ran the place, because it was run by the church, the priest said, I never want to have to deal with him again, take care of him. Thrown, broke his neck, and died.
You just use it how you used it.
And that was his blood that kept on coming back.
Hi everyone that's joining
Since
us.
we've had the pipes replaced and we found out that story, that stain never returned. This is just footfall.
Yeah.
So we'll go into this room.
Apart from Lucy.
I'll stay out if I'm not having the same thing happen like it did before.
So this is literally the 2 rooms. With the back.
You don't want to come in, do you want me to
This
sit at
side
camera?
was the bedroom. That was the parlour. Yeah.
Liz, stand out of there, please.
Oh,
Um,
where?
we've
Where
been
you were
told
stood.
that during the Victorian era, there was a seance took place in the parlour, which is that part of the room, and we have an open portal still. We can't get it closed because the person who opened it needs to close it. That was in the late 1800s, possibly early 1900s. It's not going to happen. So we have an open portal here. I do not like walking through it. If I put my hand out, I can feel my hand physically goes cold here when I do it. Can you feel it?
The left hand in.
We've had people step into that portal and feel sick, feel physically sick.
I want to step into
We've
it.
actually had someone who's had to run out and vomit. It affects people that much.
I need to be fearless, Kelly.
You can. If you're sensitive, it may make you feel sick or nauseous, like Kelly is at the moment. Phil stood in it earlier and felt a bit.
I felt like I was stood instantly still, but I felt like I was in a tornado, like my body was spinning.
Yeah, it's like a
Stand next
swirling
to me.
vortex of energy there.
You'll feel it. You just feel all over the place.
It's swirling already.
You can see it.
So yeah, when it was the hospital, this was just turned into one big ward. People would have literally
Do you want to do it, Jane?
just stacked in.
Again? Where are we? Can you hear me?
To die basically when it was the hospital. The infectious diseases hospital,
Right.
so people with cholera, tuberculosis.
Let me see.
You alright?
Yeah.
Is that just when you come in here?
Lucy, ask you guys to take it off, you love.
So, we're going to go down further into the back.
I'm sweating in this room.
The glass panel wasn't always here.
Where's the light?
Because the guy used to remember the glass indicator going into the cupboard to read it.
That's a bit.
Because he kept on feeling something grab him.
Of course.
This is one of our punishment cupboards.
Oh no. Oh.
Now,
Who's
things
gonna
are
in?
noted here.
Phil sat in that cupboard earlier.
Here, I'll find my
So,
torch if you
can
want.
you see above the yellow poster the tally marks? Scratches for how long someone's
Take the
been
camera
locked
in
in.
a second.
The countings about
I will show you guys on Facebook in a second.
above this yellow poster.
Spray's up there. Yeah.
We also have scorched initials in the ceiling. I have cleaned those off numerous times and keep them coming back. DA. There was sun there, but the plaster's worn away, and there was some further down that's been scrubbed out. I've done a lone vigil in there, and I've heard children whispering. I've heard running up and down the stairs, and I was the only person in.
Kelly, are you sure Ray's up there? Because I've just heard the clatter from that side of
We'll
the
raise up
building.
here. We went up here.
Literally a clatter from that side of the building. Right guys, I'll show you this little cupboard here.
Yeah, I'll find my torch.
Right, I've got my torch. But there is Scotch initials on the roof that Vince has said he's tried to clean off so many times and can't get them off. And if you can see there, my connection's gone. Yep, and if you can see there, guys, the little tally marks. So that's obviously people that have been in here tallying off how long they've been in here for. It's not. Connection's gone because I'm in there. Yes, Alex.
As soon as we walked in, the smell of lilies. Use lilies for to mask the smell of death. Yeah. We also believe at some point there was a trap door up there that the naughty kids would be thrown in.
Yeah.
As punishment in the courthouse, which would have been filled with rats and all sorts of unpleasant things. Yeah, this is how it was. That's because it's air brick, so you can hear the water, the rain. We're going to go upstairs. Last person out, can you switch that off for me? Every single part, you will feel different.
I've leaned against.
How are you wet?
Oh.
It's not wet.
So we're going to go.
We'll let you go first. Yeah, right.
Apparently he's up here, yeah.
Just part of warning. Run your battery flat.
This is such a big building, guys. We as a team have had a little walk around before guests arrived, and it's safe to say I'm going to have lots of fun in here. Lots of little dark places for your lives for me
I'm
tonight.
potentially going to throw up.
You're right.
I feel really sick.
We've been told to stay in there, or the monster in that door will get you. You can see there's scratches in the wood where kids have been clawing to get out, and here where there have been multiple locks over the time.
Not a nice feeling.
It's a
Multiple locks where the
heavy
kids have
feeling in
broken out and been locked in.
Got to get out of there.
Great for lone vigil, great for Estes in there, if you don't mind being touched.
Phil loves being hooked.
Depends on who's touching me, doesn't it?
We're going to go up again, so can the last person now switch that light off for me? Door straight ahead, please.
Yeah, eyes off on one. We found him.
Have you seen something? You look shell-shocked.
He looked shell-shocked when he came up with that room and we were all stood there.
So, this room
feels so much different.
would have been an operating room when it was the hospitals, the nursery when it was the home for unmarried mothers, and we've had a lot of poltergeist activity in here. We get a couple of not particularly nice people connected to when this was the home for pregnant teens in here. We've had tables shifted, we've had items snatched off people in here, and one woman felt something across her back, and when her husband checked later on, strap mark across her back as if someone had beaten her across her back. And we can get a bit physical in here sometimes.
Taking it from me here just now.
It felt like when you
It depends who's here. Like I said, we quite often we get a couple of spirits attached to when it was the home for pregnant teens. They tend to come later, after the lights out.
When the lights go out.
Earlier
All
on,
the
it tends to
spirits
be
come
more
to
to do
play.
when it was used as the nursery or things like that. So it's a bit lighter, a bit more pleasant. But this also would have been, when it was the orphanage, this would have been the staff's quarters. So they'd have had beds, table, two nice windows and a big fire. Unlike the rooms that the kids would have been in. We're going to go up again.
It's right behind.
Right behind you, yeah.
Yeah.
I will
Kind of
scry
like
in
that.
any mirror in this building, but I will not scry in that. I don't know why.
Real.
The side quite possibly could have been me, boss lady. I'd say they just asked if someone inside. I think they would think it's when we're coming upstairs.
Nobody knows.
That and we don't know why.
Nobody knows. La, 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 la.
That you can't see from the outside.
Pardon me.
So Vince was saying, guys, that this window here leads to nowhere. You can't see it from outside or anything.
Nowhere.
Also, it's got to be inside.
You've got to physically walk in. Yeah, early when we came up.
This is just said, nobody knows. Who is she? Table. What table are you on about, please? Yeah, lights out now.
Not very nice.
It's in a sensor.
This,
I know, but
when
it's
it's
on
not
the camera, but
your kids would have been kept. Needed.
Well, to be fair, boss lady, my feminine side has came out tonight.
Been locked in these rooms.
So for everybody watching, we are walking into the room where we caught the voice on the live last time the team was here.
So,
You look
we
frozen.
believe this room was where the abortions were carried out when it was the born for pregnant teens. We've discovered, well, the handprints move. You can't count how many there are because they
Oh,
move.
these.
Yeah.
and then
And then we discovered, while I was doing a live feed with a group, we discovered writing raised on the wall. Just gonna do that list of names. And if you feel them, yes, they're raised out.
You're feeling better, boss lady, than I?
Yeah. And we
I
literally
feel a lone
saw-
vigil in this room coming on.
We literally saw Gillian. Yeah.
Sarah's just called me Phyllis.
We literally saw the name Gillian appearing right in front of us.
I was talking about the handprints. It says valid.
Yeah. And then we looked on that side and we're like, oh, is there any over there? There wasn't any. There now is. And they're raised out, they're not scratched in.
Yeah.
So, like, raised names.
Can't work out
Yeah.
why or what is causing
You
that.
shine your torch on the side.
If you shine a white light across them, you'll
You
see.
can see like.
There's a C
Yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah, there's an H there.
H
Yeah.
C
E.
E.
Now,
Did you hear that?
That was me.
there was a
Because we're all in.
I think that's me.
bang, no, there was a bang downstairs.
Sorry.
Yeah, there was a bang.
Yes, what you.
Right, so that's the old part, other than the room where we have our copy. Yeah. So we're going to go across into the new part.
So,
we've also had things dropped from up here on us.
yeah, it's quite. I feel like somebody stood down there. So when we've just done that attic room, guys, we've all just heard a loud bang from downstairs.
They say got some charges in there.
Ray, do you need a torch for that? Nah, don't fall down the stairs, please. Please be careful.
Everybody smile for the camera.
Cheese!
Mozzarella.
Now we're going to the new part, the community centre, purpose-built part.
Oh,
So we're going to start by the side door in the hall.
base camp.
My tea and biscuits.
Hi, D love. Hope you're okay. So we're now
You
heading.
liked your flowers today.
So we're now heading over to the new old part of the building.
Yes, hon.
The light was off in here.
And
No.
here,
Yeah.
when I came and
Did it
checked,
turn it off?
when I said to you before that I
Yeah.
felt like I'd seen somebody coming here, the light was on.
And when we
I
left to go
never touched
downstairs
it.
for the start of the tour, these were on.
Yeah, Ray's been that actually this light.
So there we are, guys. Just walked into the hall, and the light's been turned off.
This is our hall. Once upon a time was a sprung dance floor under here. And there's a bit over here where did you hear that? Okay. The spring sound, very faint. But when the lights are off and everyone's stood in the middle over there and you hear that go, you hear it. So yeah, this was purpose built for the community centre. It's, as you can see, it's a massive hall, sprung floor originally for dancing. Nice big stage for performances. Lots of like dance competitions were held here and things like that. We are going to go up onto the stage.
Oh, sorry, I led the way.
What are you looking at me like that for?
Just your face there.
So, you know, when I came into the hall in here before and I said that I thought, when I came upstairs, I thought I'd seen somebody.
Yeah.
As soon as I stood at that door, I felt like somebody was stood on the stage watching me.
So, we quite often have 4 children's spirits on the stage. They like to dance up here, they like music, they'll occasionally you'll feel like one of them's poking his head from the sides, looking out, to be playful. There's also something in that corner. I don't know what it is and I don't like it.
In here?
In this corner, yes.
Hello?
We will quite often hear running behind the curtain.
You said you'd heard that?
But if you look behind, there's chairs stacked there, so you can't
Chairs.
run.
Can't run. Yeah.
We will see these curtains move as well.
Yeah, look, it's just
We'll
chairs.
start the investigation properly.
Who?
We will come up
What?
Somebody stood
we
on
will
that.
have
I know there
lights
is.
on and we'll close the curtains. And you will feel like everything is just twisting around your ear.
I can sit here.
All sense of perspective shifts while you're up here.
Yeah, I feel a bit dizzy up here.
Walk in there then.
No, thank you.
Guess what?
It's yours. It's you.
Where you going, Phil? We're going this way.
Are we?
Going this way. Yeah, through the side door.
I do apologise if signal starts getting slow, guys. I am on Wi-Fi, I don't know how far it stretches.
Moving!
Got some other things running.
Alright, okay. That's alright. Watch your step, guys.
I hope anyone that's watching that's ill gets better soon.
Two storerooms and then we've got
Oh, Sarah, you're right. Lock me in this building on my own.
And that was this one.
Now I always keep this door closed because I do not like this room. We'll go to that room first. Right,
Sorry guys, signal keeps going again. I've got stomach pains up here.
It's wet, it's definitely wet.
Yeah, that's damp.
So there's no.
Sorry for my heavy breathing, guys.
It's been a chest affecting your chest all like
Since I've got here.
since you got here. So this was the gents changing rooms. We once had a medium come in, and as soon as he walked in here, started looking behind this mirror. When what are you doing? He went, I'm looking for the peephole.
It's right down there.
This was before I told him where the peephole was.
Did you hear that?
I heard that.
There's
Yeah.
a door just went down here.
Don't be like that.
I've just heard someone.
Yeah, Ray's coming up the stairs.
Sorry. So
He's going to give me a heart attack tonight.
he looked behind the mirror, and I was like, "Oh, it wasn't in this room; it was in the next one." I knew there was a peephole. Like as soon as he'd stepped in, he said he knew there was a peephole. So that was originally hung on an iron nail in the wall, right? A solid iron nail. When we were doing the opening protection ritual down the hall, we heard a thud from up here. That mirror was on the floor here, face down. You can see where it's damaged, the skirting board where it hit. The mirror's still in one piece, but the frame is cracked in the corners of where it fell. That iron nail, I could not push it back up straight, so I've had to change the hook that it's hanging on. That has been pulled down with force, but everyone was in the hall at the time. But also, it's fell with enough force to damage that.
But not break.
How has it not smashed the glass?
Yeah.
You'll quite often feel things moving around in here. We quite often see a dark figure moving across this doorway.
What the frig was that?
That was my torch. Oh,
We have actually had a torch snatched out of someone's hands in here before. So they had like
It's under your seat, Lucy.
they had the torch hanging off their wrist like that, and it was literally yanked off them with enough force to break
I
this.
don't know why he's done that.
And we were all literally watching, and we saw it happen. It's just a very interesting place in here. But I quite like this room personally. Like I feel like it's detached from the world.
For a change, boss lady, it wasn't my stomach.
Ray's in that room.
This one's
This
not.
one.
Yeah, Ray's
We're
in
going
there.
in this one now.
This one here.
Ray's in there. Yeah, he's in here. He's behind
It's a completely different feeling in this room.
Straight away. That smell. Don't know. But I've got in here somewhere. I've got an odor neutralising air freshener.
Is that toilet? Has this been a...
No, this was the girls' changing rooms. So that
Oh, there was
peephole
a sink on
was there behind that mirror. That peephole that I showed you where it's been plastered over. Someone used to watch the young girls getting changed,
Dirty man.
and
Dirty.
apparently was found hung in the corner, stinking of alcohol. Now originally we thought he got drunk and hung himself because he'd been discovered. We've later had confirmation that actually that's not what happened. He was framed. He was hung. He did not hang himself. But
Find out what
I
he's
thought
doing.
it was that corner where Phil stood.
This doesn't feel nice in this corner.
But also we've actually seen on SLS a figure hanging in the corner of the other one, flailing its legs. You know the necktie fandango.
And in front of you.
We quite often do get a smell up here of like unwashed, dirty old man.
I don't know what it smells like.
Smell, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
You smell bigger, don't you?
Well,
actually the yeast from it.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
like
You know, the
staleness of it.
in it.
but yeah, so you know he did get drunk, or he was stinking of alcohol. But quite often, whenever I bring a group in, there's always one man will go and stand in that corner of the group.
Missed it.
Every time.
Isn't it funny how I went straight to this corner?
You're
And
drawn to
actually
corners.
standing in that corner, I can feel myself going like that. Like I'm on the deck of a ship or it's swaying.
That's why I'm leaning against the wall.
Yeah.
It's got my balance.
So yeah, this is Havelock Towers, definitely no building.
You pre-warn people you're walking away.
I
Where you going?
hope
Yeah.
you enjoyed the walk around.
Even Sarah says you need to stop wandering.
Yeah.
She's commented on the live. He needs to stop wandering. There we are, guys. That was your walk around of Havelock. I got it right this time. Towers. So Lucy and Kelly are going to be going off with the group and doing some investigating. I'm going to take you guys to a room, and you've got me on this page for another half an hour or so, and then
don't like that down there.
down there.
That, yeah, he said often he puts trigger objects down there, and they always go off. Yeah, they always go off.
And then at 9:30, guys, we will be going over to our new page. So if you haven't already, make sure you give us a like and a follow on the new page. And then from 10:30 until 1:30, we are live on our subscribers page. So there will be points that you will see me in front of the camera doing investigations, and other points I will just leave the camera in a room and see what you guys see as the viewers.
If you don't know what our new page is, it's Paranormal Investigations Crew New.
And Sarah has just put the link on the chat, so if you want to copy that link, click on that link and you can find us on our new page. So,
you heading off now, Phil?
yes.
Yeah? Go grab some bits and pieces.
Right, all you lovely viewers who are watching us now, I'll give you 2 minutes to tell me what room you want me to go into and start off in.
Right, where do we want to start off? Phil's just asked the followers
Where they would like me to start off. Where we heard the unusual sounds during the live last time, when nobody else was here. Shall we start off in the room? Shall we start off in the room where we believe the portal was? Start off in the big hallway on the stage. Do completely apologise.
Yeah, I'll grab a few bits and pieces.
Where are you starting off, Liz?
Stage.
Okay, I'm going up to the attic by the looks of it.
Okay.
So I have got attic, where the portal is. Dark one at the bottom of the stairs. Is that the gas cupboard, Danielle? I am going to take...
Vincent wants me to take K2 cat ball sensor.
I'm just going to pop these down there, guys, for a second. I will take the...
Because there's another K2 there, if you want that sensor. REM pod.
I'm going to take that.
REM pod's quite good.
I'm going to take
There's cat balls as well.
Take 2 cat balls, REM pods.
Hi guys, I'm rocking the Crocs and the socks.
As always.
As always.
Right, so you've got K2.
Yeah. I've got
I've
AK2.
got 2 cat balls, 4 sports, sensor. REM pod.
Cat ball. And do them cat balls work? Have you got?
Yeah, all 5 cat balls we've got.
Fab. Right, I'm gonna head through.
Everything else here. So
I've got the radio, Phil, if you want it, if you need a radio.
yeah,
through.
that's fine. I've got mine too.
Bye.
Right, guys. Let's see if I can remember where I'm going here. Ooh, here we go. Phil's all on his own. Attic room, it seems, guys. We are on our way. I think I need to change my name, Sarah. I think I need to stop being the fearless one. So, what I'm going to do... Attic! Attic it is, guys. You've got your wish. Right, sit you there. That way. And if you just give me a couple of seconds, guys, to set up some equipment. That was just me. I've just got past that now. So that's just me setting that off, guys. And funnily enough, I have just heard a knock on the stairs. Hey. So if I put a couple of those on there. So I don't think that is me setting off that K2. Camera is quite a bit away from here. set. REM pod up over there. Wow. Put that in there. So that in there. Right guys, camera is going, oh sorry, torch light is going off, main light, so guys, I've got the K2 meter just sat there on that chair. I have got a cat ball over there on that metal railing. I have just put that cat ball down there on the floor. And it's not stopped, well, it has just stopped going off. Thank you, Dee. I'm not sure if that is the camera that is setting off the K2. I've also got, I'm going to move that slightly because I feel like I'm setting that off. No. I feel like it's me with my watch that's setting that off. Where can we set this? Where can we set this? We'll set it there. We'll set it and leave it sat there. And I'll come and sit over here. Thank you. If that's a spirit that is setting off that K2 meter with the lights, can you step away from it please and I'll try and communicate with you through it? If you step away from it and I can try and ask you some questions and then we can maybe communicate through that. Is that okay? If you can make that go all the way up to red for me, if that's okay. Oh, thank you. Okay, can you step away from it? So I'm just going to move this back, guys, because I've got a funny feeling this is just the camera that's interfering with this. With it being so close to the camera. Put that down. That was just me banging, guys. Yeah, I think, no, it's not the camera, thank you. So, to any spirits in this room or residing in Havelock Towers, sorry. Havelock. Yep, Havelock, got it right that time. My name is Phil, and I come with respect. I mean you no harm. I just want to communicate with you, try and tell you a story, find out how many spirits are here. Thank you, Dee. So the males followed me into this room then. So, I believe that it's a little boy that is setting off my light, my little device. If that's right, can you make that go as high as you can, so as red, as close to red as you can? If you go and stand right next to it, it'll make it go all the way up to red. And thank you, I know you're trying. So, I'm going to ask you some questions, and if the answer to the question is yes, can you make as many lights light up on that device as you can, please? Or maybe you can touch this ball. There's a cat ball here on the floor, and there's one just behind you. If you go up and if you touch it, it'll light up as so. Do I have a little boy spirit in this room with me, please? Is that a yes? Do we have any other spirits apart from the little boy in this room? If we do, can you make that go as close to red as possible, please? Thank you. So we've got a little boy. Do we also have a male, a man, in this room with us, apart from me and the little boy? So an adult male. If we do, can you make that go as close to red as possible, please? Do we have any female spirits in the room with us? Can you maybe touch one of my other devices? Maybe the ball on the floor, or there's a device over here, just next to me. If you come up to it, and you touch it or you go near it, the lights will light up. You like that one, don't you, because of the lights? Do we have more than 2 spirits in this room? If we do, make as many lights light up on that device as you can. So you might hear a little bit of vibration, possibly background noise, guys. We are next to a social club and it does sound like they've got some music on. Little boy, can you step away from that so I can ask you another question, please? Thank you. Do you like to sing? Oh, you do? You like to sing? Yeah. If you step away, can I ask you another question? Oh, can you see the cat ball there, guys? The cat ball's just started going off as well. If that was the little boy that set off the flashing lights on the ball, can you do it again for me, please? That little ball on the floor. If it was another spirit that's in this room with us, can you set off those lights on the ball on the floor again, please? Sarah, if I start singing, you'll have no viewers left. Little boy, my friend. Hello. Can we be friends? If me and you can be friends, little man, can you? Yes, thank you. You knew what I was going to say, didn't you? Are you... Can you step away from it so I can ask you another question? Thank you. Are you stuck in this room? If you're stuck in this room and you're not allowed anywhere else in the building, can you make as many lights light up as possible? Okay. Are you allowed to go anywhere in the building that you want? If so, make as many lights light up as you can. Would you like me to sing you a song? And try and sing you a song. Would that make you happy? If you see a shadow to your side, guys, it's just me. If you'd like me to sing you a song, or try and sing you a song, we'll put it that way, can you make the lights go as close to red as possible? Can I ask you a question, young man? Is there a spirit stood behind me right now? If there is, can you make all those lights light up? Would you like to play a game? Maybe we can roll this ball to each other. Does that sound like fun? Or maybe you can make a bang for me? If I knock, can you knock back for me? Everybody really wants me to sing, don't they? So what I'll do, guys, is I'll give you another quick little brief on the history here, just in case you've missed it. Would you like me to read the history to you too, and you can tell me if I'm right? By lighting all them lights up, yeah? I'll come and sit in front of the camera first, guys. I'm playing myself, but I'll sit here. Yeah. I feel like somebody stood behind me. So just for your reference guys, that K2 meter is just going off really much because we are using the radio to keep in contact with the rest of the team, and they're just telling me that Ghost Tube downstairs has just said my name and that we are watching you. Don't I just know it? I can feel it. So, tonight we're here at the historic Havelock Towers in Sunderland. The building is a paranormal investigator's prime location with an in-depth history going back to 1884. It was originally built as an extension to the nearby workhouse and orphanage run by the former church across the road, which is now a hospital car park. Havelock housed the worst behaved children, criminals and mentally ill patients aged mainly between 4 and 16 years of age that have been sent here to be lost or forgotten. The dawn of World War I saw the repurpose of the building into a military hospital where soldiers would either come to recoup or succumb their injuries. Am I getting this right so far? Yeah. And that's not me with the radio, guys. That's not the radio that's interfering with it. Saw the repurpose of the building into a military hospital where soldiers would either come to recoup or succumb their injuries. After the war finished, patients with infectious diseases would be sent to the hospital again to recover or pass away on the site. At some point between the mid-1930s and the mid-1960s, the building was utilised for pregnant teenagers and unmarried mothers, which would have been a sin to family, and was finally converted into the Deptfield and Millfield Community Centre in 1965. A building with such a history and lack of records has no doubt a deniable past that would lead to the potential paranormal activity experienced here, which, from the walk round guys, there is a lot of energy in this building. Every room you walk into, there's a different feeling. So yeah, it's going to be fun. There have been various reports of unexplained activities such as the sounds of heavy objects or people falling down the stairs, doors banging, faint whispering, children's toys activating on their own, lights switching on and off, and lift doors opening and closing independently. Are you enjoying this story? If you are, light them up. See, we're telling the story here, aren't we? This is what we're here for. There's no telling the treatment that some of the residents here, especially the children, would have received. As punishment, and many original features of the building still remain. Hatches and strange cupboards which may have played part in this treatment. One cupboard under the stairs, which I have showed you on the live, has tally marks and the initials DA scotched into the wall, which appears to have been done using a candle flame. Halfway between the ground floor and the first floor lies a room that the house mother of the orphanage once dominated with an iron fist, who watched the children disciplined with cruel torture, beatings and possibly death. In that room lies the punishment cupboard with the frame brandishing more than a dozen locks, latches and hooks under the current layers of paint like faint scratch marks. At the back of the former building there is an old boiler room that was once used at one time as a morgue. A previous visitor has felt their breath restricted, whilst others have felt chests tightening and the pilot light of the boiler keeps being extinguished without explanation. So that explains quite a lot, guys. Myself and Lucy, there's one room in the building in particular Lucy can't walk into, and ever since I've arrived I feel like I've got a constant shortness of breath. I know I'm a heavy smoker, but yeah, it's not that. The stairway gives an eerie, unnerving, uncomfortable feeling to visitors that they are being watched. This seems to affect females more, and the temptation to look up and see no one is actually there. The first floor lends itself to a former bedroom and staff room known as the Red Room. The Red Room is an active room leading to numerous intelligent responses. I thought that was somebody screaming behind me there. Leading to numerous intelligent responses on various paranormal equipment. During previous paranormal investigations, it has been reported that the tables moved at speed and force, hair touching. There is also an old dining room on this floor which reports unexplainable smells of cooking. Visitors to this room have reported uneasy feelings, churning in their stomachs and heavy pressure on their heads. That explains everything I've felt since I've arrived in this building, to be fair. A large mirror in this room has also provided some strange experience for Ryan. Let's hope Team Pick gets some activity tonight. Well, I think we can discover, guys, that we are getting activity, aren't we? Are you still here, little man? If you are, can you set off one of my devices? Thank you. In a minute, I'm going to put a device on that will allow me to hear your voice. So I'll press record and I'll set it down and I'll ask you some questions and you can answer me back to those questions through that device. Is that okay? Yeah? Perfect. There is still a little bit more history, guys, but I will carry on some more history a little bit in a little while. Yeah, I think that whistling was the sirens too. So, that's just me on a chair, guys. So in my hand here, guys, I have got an EVP device. In a second, I'm going to press record. So to any spirits in this room who would like to communicate with me, please feel free to do so. I'm going to press record on this device here, and I'm going to sit it down on this chair. I'm going to ask you some questions. And if you'd like to answer those questions, if you could just speak into this device and it allows me to hear your voice. And recording. Hello to any spirits in Havelock Towers. My name is Phil and I come with respect. I would just like to get to know you and tell your story. If there is anybody in this room with me now, can you please speak into this device with the little red light? Is the little boy that I've just been communicating with, is he still in this room? Thank you to whichever spirit has just touched my cat ball. If you'd like, you can speak to me through this device on the chair with the red light. Can you possibly tell me your name, please? How many spirits are in this room with me just now, please? Did you work here? Were you a patient here? That was just me, guys, sorry. I'm just asking from the guide for some protection. The feeling in this room has just instantly changed. And I'm going to stop recording. So, whilst I was doing that EVP, guys, I need to get my torch out here. So over in that doorway there, I was hearing some little noises from behind that door. I think it was from behind that door. Could have been from outside, but it was coming from that direction anyway. And yeah, this room has a changed feeling. Hi Carol. So, as Sarah's just put in the chat, we are not able to go on the new page, live on the new page yet, so we will be staying live on this page until 10:30. So I'm just going to play this back for you guys. Hopefully we've caught something on it.
Hello to any spirits in Havelock Towers. My name is Phil, and I come with respect. I would just like to get to know you and tell your story. If there is anybody in this room with me now, can you please speak into this device with the little red light? Is the little boy that I've just been communicating with, is he still in this room? Thank you to whichever spirit has just touched my cat ball. If you'd like, you can speak to me through this device on the chair with the red light. Can you possibly tell me your name, please? How many spirits are in this room with me just now, please? Did you walk here? Were you a patient here? That's fine, it was just me, guys, sorry. I'm just asking from the guy for some protection. The feeling in this room has just instantly changed. And I'm going to stop.
So I don't think we caught anything on that EVP there, guy. So we shall just try this one. Thank you, Joe. So I think that we have got somebody called Ben in here. If that's right, can you go up to one of my devices and set it off? So the one with the lights that you've been playing with, if you can go up to that and make it go as bright as you can, or the little ball on the floor. Ben, are you here? Or Benjamin? If we've got Ben here, can you make that device go as bright and as close to the red light as you can? Hi Ben. My name's Phil. It's really nice to meet you. Are you happy that we're here trying to talk to you? Is that why I get the feeling I'm not welcome in here anymore, boss lady? Because I do feel that now. I feel like I shouldn't be in here. I feel like I'm being told to get out. I do apologise if we've got a slow connection as well, Guy. What was her name again? Yeah, so she's pointing at the door telling me to get out then. And he's run away and hid since she's came in. Yeah. If you'd like me to leave this room, can you make one of my devices go off, please? Make that grey one in the chair go all the way up to red, and I'll leave this room and I'll leave you in peace. Okay. I know you're trying to make it go up to red, and I will respect your wishes. I do apologise. I have meant no disrespect at all. Okay? I've meant no disrespect, no harm either. But I will respect your wishes and I will leave this room. And I'll take my viewers away with me as well. Okay? So guys, if you just give us a couple of seconds, we'll just grab the equipment and get it all together. And we'll go to a different part. Because I think that was quite clear that she wants me to leave this room, don't you? Which we will do. Can I come over there and get my equipment? Is that okay? Thank you. So thank you very much to any spirits in this room that I have communicated with this evening. Somebody at some point will be back up here tonight, whether it's just with the camera or it's the rest of the team of the group. I hope you do communicate with them. They mean you no harm as well, just like me, okay? Thank you very much. Please feel free to follow us around the building and talk to us. Communicate throughout the building if you wish. Don't worry, Joe. I'm constantly asking for protection. But when I was in that room, I felt like I was hearing noises from out here as well. And I find it quite weird how that sensor's not went off when I've literally been stood right next to it. So guys, that is that room that I am just leaving. I do understand why the rest of the team felt really not nice once they heard dead voices from that room. So I'm going to go into this room here. I think, yeah, we'll go into this room here. Yeah, we'll go in this room here. So this is the mirror that Vince says everybody does scrying in the room, and it's the only mirror that he himself will not scry in. And I don't know if that was just me, but I feel like I've just seen a reflection in that mirror of a person stood behind me on my left hand side. Everybody apparently, when they come in here, feel instantly drawn to this left hand corner over here of the room. I'm just going to set up my equipment, guys, so just bear with me. So guys, you've just heard that sensor go off. That wasn't me. I'm in the room and that sensor is sat there. So that is the door and the office where the house mother belongs. Where the house mother resides, sorry. Not belongs, that sounds like the wrong word. And I've got the sensor there, so I'm stood right next to it here, as you can see, and it's not going off. I just want to get my angles right here, guys, so I know where it's going off from. Tell you what, I'm going to set it that way actually, and then that should cover up. That's there, yeah. And that's there, yeah. Thank you, Joe. I've moved location. That could just be electrical wires there. Yeah, there's an electrical wire right there. So if that's a spirit in the corner of the room by them red chairs, can you make them lights go all the way up to red, please? Or as close to red as you can make them go. If you go and sit on a chair, you'll make it go right up. Wow. Thank you. If you step away from it, I can ask you some questions and we'll try and talk through it. Is that okay? Can you step away from it? I think that's too close to electrical wires, guys. I think that's why that's going off so much. I might be wrong. If that's a spirit and it's setting off that grey device on the chairs, can you come over here and can you touch this ball that's up here for me, please? If you touch it, it'll light up like that. I'll put another one on this table. We'll just let them stop. Can you touch one of these balls that I've got sat down and make them light up? Or maybe you can knock that one off the top. That would be really cool. That would really impress me. So I'm going to swap devices here just in case. This is just a bit, so we'll do that one. So, if that was a spirit on that chair that was setting off my grey device, can you go and sit on that chair again? That black device won't hurt you, it'll just light up and it'll make a little noise, it will beep, and that just lets me know that you're around. Am I being followed around by the matron? Is that the crack, ladies? I think it's because I swore when I first got here. She doesn't like me now. To the lady, the house mother. Are you in here with me? If you are, can you touch one of my devices? Set one of my devices off. I mean you no harm, I mean no disrespect. I mean no disrespect to you, to the building, to any spirits in the building. I come with lots of respect. I feel like I'm not wanted in this room either. House mother, are you here? You know you're in here with me. I can feel you. You can sense you. Yeah, I've moved from the attic. I'm in the room that they do the scrying. Stock in the changing rooms. Did you see stock in the changing rooms? So that's twice my names came out. I've got the house mother with me. She's followed me from the attic. She's basically commanded me to leave the attic. And yeah, she's now in this room with me. That wasn't me. That was not me. Who's the voice on the radio, please? Sorry viewers, we're having a little bit of interference with the radio. 2 seconds, but viewers. Yeah, I'm here. That voice wasn't me. So viewers, I'm going to leave you guys here with the camera running for a minute. We're having some weird things coming through our radio headsets. I don't know if it is spiritual interference or if we're picking up on somebody else's radio frequency, but I'm just going to grab the girls and the rest of the group, just make sure everybody's okay. Okay, but I will be back for you guys soon. There is still some equipment sitting about, so if you guys do see or hear anything, can you let me know? Can we meet back at base camp, please? Carol, Lewis. Kelly, Lucy. Yeah, I'm here. Go back to base camp. I'm on channel 12. Hi Sarah, I am on channel 12. Obviously we just need to get the girls to go to channel 12. The vibe in this building has just changed dramatically though. Right guys, I'm just going to find the rest of the team. I will be back very soon.
filming?
Yeah.
Right, so basically, myself, it's Lucy by the way talking, I'll stand around in front so you can see me so it's not as awkward. Basically, I had a radio piece in, Phil's got one, and that's how we're communicating because we're in different parts of the building. Me and Phil were communicating, why is that cat ball moving?
Well, why is it moving?
It's moving. Anyway, I'm not really bothered about that, I'm bothered more about the radio situation. Me and Phil were communicating, just basically saying, having a chat. I was asking him if he was alright, and I was telling him where we were, and he's told me where he was. And then all of a sudden, just random voices started coming through the radio talking to us. At first I thought it was female, but then it turned to male. We were saying, hello, who's this? And it was repeating it back to us. It's still doing it now on the radios. They won't tell us who they are. We don't know if we've intercepted someone else's radio frequency, you know, maybe a taxi driver. But the issue that we're having is Phil seems to think that the radio thinks that, what did he say about the distance? About 10 to 15?
Yeah, meters.
Yeah, or something like that. So we're really unsure of what's going on, but we are going to go for a quick break now and try and debunk that situation.
We'll leave you in here.
And work it out. We will leave you guys in here. It'll sort of be a locked off camera for now. I'm going to move this cat ball onto this table so if anything does go off. Can you see that cat ball, Ted?
No, I'm off to fix this.
Very bizarre situation. Very bizarre building. Different energy in every single room. I'm baffled and I got quite scared by what I heard on the radio, so I quickly took it out my ear and passed it to Kelly. I was like, oh, that's terrified me, because it's just a random male voice kept coming through saying, it's me, and hello, and we have no idea who
It's
that
like
is.
it was imitating us.
It was like it was imitating, because we kept saying to Phil, hello, and then it would say hello back, but it wasn't Phil.
There's a cat ball on the fireplace as well. Alex is saying.
So yeah, REM pod over there, cat ball over the fireplace, cat ball on that table.
Oh, I
and
see.
it's
I can only
like-
see one.
That's just a, can you see any of it, yeah?
Yeah, you can see both cat balls.
And can you see the REM pod?
Yeah.
Is it,
Yeah, you can see it.
why is that not on even on?
I don't know.
Oh! What? So temperamental, that thing, Kel.
Yeah. Right, we'll leave it here and hopefully it'll go off. Right,
But
see you all soon.
we'll see you guys shortly. Please keep an eye on the live for us. One of us will watch it. Thanks for understanding, guys.
just need walking past the sensor there, guys. So I'm just going to grab some equipment. And then I'm going to move rooms again. I'm going to take you. Jesus! So guys, I've just walked in this room and look, he's giving me a heart attack. So yeah, I'm going to move out this room and I'm going to go into I'm going to call it the matron. I'm going to go into the matron's room and we'll see if we can get anything in there for the last 10 minutes, and then we're going to go over to our subscribers page. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so.
He's just laid on the floor. What are you doing, Ray?
He's just giving me a heart attack, that's what he's doing.
What's everyone been saying? Oh, someone sent 100 stars.
Thank you for the stars, guys.
I'm really intrigued to hear the radios. Honestly, if you were to have heard the radios, I nearly jumped out my skin and I ripped it out my ear and handed it to Kelly because I was that petrified. But I only asked Phil, you know, how are you doing? Is everything all right? Phil told me where he was. And I said to Phil how we're in the changing rooms, and then all of a sudden just a random male voice started talking to us through the radio. It was quite scary. Yeah, very, very creepy place. Tell Ray, Boss Lady said he's to stop wandering. Boss Lady Sarah, he's on to you.
I'm right down.
You're having a little snooze.
It's that one there, innit? It's that one there, innit?
What is?
Matron's room.
Yeah.
Hello, matron, house mother, whatever you like to be called. It's me again. I was going to say there's no way that could have still been me. So I have got the REM pod sat there. I've got the sensor just out there. Sorry if this is tilt forward, guys, my phone's quite heavy. I do apologise about the signal, guys. Keeps jumping in and out here. So in this little room here is one of the punishment rooms. Got that all out there too. One in here. God, guys, I'm brave. Hello to the spirits of Havelock Towers. Havelock. I will get it right at some point tonight. My name is Phil, you might remember me from upstairs. House mother, you might remember me. I know that you're not the biggest fan of me. So this room, guys, was used as another little punishment room. I'm just going to keep the door open though so you can see me in here. If there's any spirits in this room with me, can you set off one of my devices, please? I've got 2 balls on the floor. If you go up to them and touch them, they will light up like so. There's a black device on the floor there. If you go up to it, the lights will light up and it will beep. And just next to the door in here, there is the sensor. If you walk past that sensor, I'll go near it, it'll go bing bong, and that just lets me know that you've came in. If you could set off one of these devices for me, please, that would be really appreciative. just on here for 5-10 more minutes and then we'll move on over to our subscribers page. If you would like to subscribe to us, it's $3.49 a month. Our lovely mod boss lady Sarah will put the link in the chat, so if you would like to, just click on the link and subscribe. And we'll be going over the subscribers from 10:30 until we finish the night at 1:30. So another 3 hours of live footage for all you guys on Facebook. House mother, if you're here, can you let me know? If I'm not, can you knock back? So I am hearing a little bit of what sounds like tapping, possibly water dripping from round about me here, guys, where I'm sat. So if that is a spirit, can you make that noise louder, please? Give me one big bang. Let me know you're here with me. Maybe you can whistle. Maybe you can move something in that other room. Like, I think that's a mop there, behind the camera. Can you go knock that mop over for me? Maybe you can knock on this. If I knock on this metal, can you knock back? Try and do an AVP in here, guys. Let's see if I can pick up anything. Find it. So in my device is a record. In my device, sorry, we'll restart that. In my hand is a recording device. In a second, I'm going to press record and ask you some questions. I would be really grateful if you could talk into this device and answer my questions. This device allows me to hear your voice. House mother,
if you're here, can you tell me your name, please? Hello? Can you step away from that device? And I can try and communicate with you through it. If you step back away from that, we can try and communicate. I can ask you some questions and maybe you can answer me through that. Step away from it. Okay, we'll reset you. That was just me setting that off, guys. Roll that one over there. Don't roll too far. I want to chase you. House mother, if that was you that set off that device, can you do it again for me, please? I'd be really impressed. Maybe you can walk in front of that sensor just by your door. Or touch one of these balls. Just going to be in here for 2 more minutes and then I'm going to leave, go to another part of the building. So if you'd like to communicate with me in here, please feel free to do so. Come on, you set it off before. Okay, thank you. Okay, guys. Yeah, that's the impression I got too, Alex. As soon as I hit record on the EVP device, the REM pod went off. So yeah, I think you're right there, Alex. Okay guys, we're going to end this live there. If you give me 2 seconds and I'll turn this off. Oh, it's me. Sit in front of the camera. So we're going to end this live here, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. Remember, we are going live again in approximately 5 minutes time by the time I end this live and get the next one set up. So if you'd like to follow us over to our subscribers page, I'm sure Sarah has put the link in the chat. Again, it's $3.49 a month and you get lots of extra footage that the main page viewers don't always get. You get to see some behind the scenes footage of us crazy team doing crazy team things in our natural habitat. Thank you very much for joining us, guys, and I hope to see you all on our subscribers page. Bye!